Just a couple little housekeeping things. If you're not subscribed, go ahead and subscribe. Um, we talk we talk a lot about God on here, a lot about Jesus. Um, on top of that, I do 3 Bible studies a week, and I record them all. One is from my home group, and right now we're teaching through Revelation. We finished Revelation chapter 7 last night, so if you want to study the book of Revelation with us, go ahead and subscribe. Um, I just finished teaching through Genesis in my Sunday school class. We did the 50 chapters of Genesis in a year and a half. I'm doing the second Christmas story this Sunday. We did one from Matthew last week, and we're doing Luke this week. I want to talk about that in just a little bit, give you a preview. And then I have an online Bible study. Uh, it's almost like an online church, if you could call it that. And we meet on Telegram, and I record that also. So that's there for your benefit. So there's Genesis, there's Revelation, there's Acts, and starting in the new year in Sunday school, we're going to start going through Exodus. So join us for that. So if you haven't subscribed, go ahead and subscribe. But I want to not give you a spoiler alert, but kind of share with you what I'm teaching on in Sunday school this Sunday. And it's from the Christmas story in Luke. And I want to start in verse 8 because this is just after Jesus was born and placed in the manger. And this is what happens in Luke 2:8. It says, "And in the same region there were shepherds out in the field keeping watch over their flocks by night." Now, in the same region, where is that? Well, we know that Jesus was born in Bethlehem. Bethlehem is like 5 miles from Jerusalem. So, in the same region of Bethlehem and Jerusalem, there's these shepherds, and they're watching their their flocks by night. Just a normal day at work, normal night at work. But why would shepherds be raising sheep around Jerusalem? Well, chances are they were most likely Levites, raising sheep for the daily sacrifices at the temple. There's one small problem. And that problem is sheep kind of die, right? They'll get sick, they'll get ripped apart by wolves. That's why shepherds are there. One of the roles is to protect them. And now, if you touch a dead animal or a sick animal, you're now ceremonially unclean. And these Levites are too unclean to even go into the temple. And it says, "And an angel of the Lord appeared to them, and the glory of the Lord shone around them, and they were filled with great fear." This word, great fear, in the Greek is 3 words combined. Number one is megas. That's where we get our word mega from. The second is phobiomai, meaning phobia. And the third is phobios, or phobos, which is phobia. So it was great fear upon great fear. And the angel said to them, "Fear not. Don't be afraid. For behold, I bring you good news of great joy that will be for all the people. For unto you." Who's the angel speaking to? Speaking to these shepherds. "For unto you is born this day in the city of David a Savior, who is Christ the Lord." They don't even give his name, they just give his title. Pay attention. "And this will be a sign for you. Sign for the shepherds. God planned out throughout history that these shepherds would experience the sign of Jesus in the manger. God spoke in his word, and God worked intimately that these shepherds would have an intimate encounter with Jesus. I want you to think about that. These shepherds were too unclean to go to the temple, but God invited them to meet with Jesus. And we see that they went to see Jesus. They worshiped Jesus. And then they shared the gospel of Jesus. It's a beautiful thing. Just a question, simple question. As you go to church, are you encountering Jesus? Or are you just going for a sermon and some singing? Are you having a real encounter with Jesus? What does a real encounter look like? Number one, real worship. And number two, because you've encountered Jesus, you can't stop talking about him. Have you encountered Jesus this Christmas? I hope you do. Have a good day. Hello.